Alright, we got our base of fire rifle update. It's been a while coming, a few things got in the way, but we have made progress. For those of you who don't know or don't remember, the base of fire rifle, or a BOF rifle, is an idea to give sort of a volume of fire, suppressive fire / designated marksmanship rifle to the militia to do an end run around the National Firearms Act. You wouldn't have everyone armed with these, but like one man in a team might have these. This is the idea. We're going to do some testing on it. So if you don't remember, what we're trying to do is we're going to get an AR-15, obviously, with a long barrel, a binary trigger, and a few other little upgrades to see if we can come up with a rifle that will put a lot of rounds down range and can also be used to like in the DMR role. So we've got our upper that was donated to us from Ponder on it. He's got a good channel, check him out. We've got our Palmetto State Armory nickel boron coated bolt, but failed to extract the last time I shot it, so I may have to mess with this a little bit. It could be that little spring in the extractor. I may have put it together wrong last time. I don't know that for sure. What progress, that's old stuff though, and I'm not going to be able to do this standing up on camera, but let me try. There we go. That's not as easy as it looks. So we got the binary trigger, which was donated to us by a Viking who heard a message from Pastor Fox and applied that literally and blessed us with this binary trigger. It's the Fostech Echo 2, and what that does is it fires on the pull like normal, and then also fires on the release, and so it puts a much higher volume of fire downrange. It's also just a solid trigger. It's better than the mil-spec triggers, in my opinion. The semi-automatic trigger is better than the mil-spec. Okay, so that's old stuff though. What's the progress we've made? I'm not going to be able to do this standing up. Oh, one of the peculiarities of the Fostech is that you've got to, when you go to close the upper, you got to hold the hammer down. I'm not going to be able to do it on camera. There's a trickiness to closing the uppers back up. All right. So that upper from Ponderon, it's got that 18-inch barrel on it. It's also got that Odin's Work M-Lock handguard, which will factor in here in just a second, which I really like, except I wonder, I haven't tried to figure out how hard it is to take off to clean the barrel, because this barrel that was on here when he sent it to me is starting to rust. And I'm not sure, surely it comes off so you can clean, but I haven't tried to figure out how hard that is. But we have the beating heart of our system here. We got a 24-inch barrel from Bear Creek Arsenal. It's 5.56 chamber, because the 223 Wild would be too close for what we want to do. It's the chrome moly, all that. It's not the 26-inch, which I would have preferred. Not necessarily so much for velocity, although it gives you slightly more velocity than the 24-inch, like 80 feet per second, which someone might say isn't a big deal. But remember, this is a bullet that is velocity dependent for its effectiveness. For any reduction of velocity is counterintuitive in my mind. But the barrel length, more than for the velocity, is for controllability, to be able to stay on target and get that beaten zone. What this is supposed to replace in my mind, the idea is the SAW, the squad automatic weapon. And when you're firing the SAW or any machine gun, you're looking for a beaten zone. And my thought process is this longer barrel will not only help keep it on target better, but it also will absorb more heat. And to that process, we've shown you this guys before. We've got this barrel nut that's supposed to dissipate 17 times more heat than a normal barrel nut. I do have run into a complication. It doesn't fit over the barrel. So I guess I'm going to spend some time with some sandpaper and see if I can sand this down. I'll do some research. I'm not sure. Maybe it's supposed to be that tight and they force it over the barrel. I'm not sure, but I'll do the research, and if I need to, I'll sand it down from the inside, maybe a file. It's aluminum, so it shouldn't be too hard, but then it could be really easy to screw up. But heat is the big enemy of the AR-15 system, because the combustion gases go down the barrel and come up the gas tube and go and dump right back into literally into the middle of the bolt carrier group, and so it can overheat. And usually the first problem you're going to have with an AR-15 with high volume of fire is overheating problems, assuming you keep it clean. So this is supposed to dissipate the heat more. The longer barrel is going to dissipate the heat more. Okay, so we've got the barrel. I did some research, and I didn't want to put the muzzle device. I looked into a brake and or a compensator, and just doing the reading. And I've never really shot a muzzle brake or a compensator, but the reading just says that there's a flash and there's a big signature, and that kind of goes against it goes against the idea of the rifle with being an infantry style weapon for the militia. So I'm going with a straight A2 flash hider, because everything I've read says, as boring as it may be, it is a remarkably effective flash hider. And you have, this was $8 plus the crush washer, and you gotta spend $50, $60, $70, $80 to get anything that's any more effective as far as a flash hider goes. I don't think with the barrel, the heavy barrel, and what I'm about to show you in a second, I don't think I need a compensator on it anyway. Okay, here's the piece de resistance. So we've had some guys that have been with us from the beginning for a long time. Michael L is one, David Burden, Jimmy D, some guys we've lost along the way, which is a little disappointing. But one of the guys that's been here the longest is named Dean. His last name is Gulberry. Oh, Chief Likeable, I'm sorry. Chief Likeable is another one that's been with us for a while. But Dean has been with us for a long time, probably almost since the beginning. And he sent us a piece of gear for this build, and I was floored when I got it. He sent us the MagPul M-Lock bipod. I think it's 11 inches that goes out to. It might be 13, I don't remember. But what it's got that's so great for this application is it's got tilt and traverse. So you'll be able to have it in position on the bipod and transition from targets from one position. That is huge. This is a really neat little piece of gear. I wish I was qualified to do a review on it. I might do it anyway, even though I'm not qualified. Incredibly light, and a very cool piece of gear. So Dean, thank you very much. Like I said, it blew me away when I saw this in the mail. I mean, he had told me it was coming, but I didn't know exactly what it was that was coming. And this was actually the bipod I'd been looking at for this application, that I was thinking, probably might not be able to swing that. So Dean, thank you very much. Also, all our Patreon guys, this is possible because of them. There's no special content on the Patreon page. Every once in a while I'll put up a little video, but very rarely. So there's nothing in it for them. And so we really appreciate them. They're a big encouragement. If you want to be a part of this project, that would be the way to do it. Here's what we need. We've got, I'm scared to death I'm going to lose that little hardware in there. Okay, so we got the barrel, we got the bipod, we need sling attachment, a sling and some sort of sling attachment, which is going to be M-Lock, and for now, it's just going to be this A2 buttstock, but I'm going to put a different buttstock in here eventually, but that's way down the road. That's, when I find a buttstock I like. And but the big issue is going to be ammo. We're going to need some ammo for testing and videos. And an optic. Practitioner Bones lent us this red dot I'm supposed to be playing with. I have not done it yet, but this is not the optic we want on here long term. I'm hoping for a tactical scope, 1 to 4, with whatever you need to be effective up close and out to 500 yards. I'm not smart on optics. That's the next step I got to go. So those are the things we're needing to finish this project out. Like I said, ammo, just ammo to test it, sling and M-Lock attachment, and the ultimate goal is to get a good, solid, inexpensive but reliable optic on here. And then we will start doing a ton of videos with this thing. I am very excited about it. Men, we appreciate you. Thank you.